Yeah, yeah.
Peace, King. Peace, King. Peace,
What it
King.
do? What it do?
Peace,
I'm
King.
gonna
Peace,
be the
King.
frame. You can be the picture.
Oh.
Don't worry, baby girl, cause I got it bad for you. You want some more.
Oh.
It's okay if your heart ain't ready, but girl, I can't leave you alone. I know that you've been living with this clown that ain't treating you right. Yeah, that's that joint
Yeah,
right there,
yeah,
y'all.
yeah, yeah, yeah. The Godfather R&B, man.
That's that joint.
In the building. My brother, how are you, man?
I'm good, man.
Listen, let me tell y'all, let me give y'all a quick thing, right? I've been doing this show, my brother, for like 3 months now. I've had about 20 different guests on here. Maybe half of them was artists. I'm such a fan. You're a good dude. I've known you. I've worked with you. You're a good dude. We're going to get into all of that. But normally before the show, when we start, play like 2 to 3 songs, maybe 4 songs from an artist. I could not, for the life of me, select which songs, right? Could not select which songs I wanted to play. So I was like, F it. We just gonna go through the joints. I try to put it in like 15 songs to get like 15 minutes in. I ended up coming out with 21 joints.
Wow.
21 joints. All the way from the
nice.
first album to now.
Yeah.
Some of my favorite joints, man. And I just, once again, man, I appreciate you coming on. Everyone's excited to be here tonight, man. Talking with you, my brother. Like, I harassed you. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me tell y'all something. I hit Donell all the time. He's a good brother. He always hits me back and be like, yo, Flo, I got you, blah, blah, blah. Ask you for drops, ask you for this. You always hit me back, and you always remained humble. I've worked with you first time like 2010. You've always been the same. Whether it was a booking, whether it was just me hitting you up, asking you for a favor, you've always stayed true, man. Always stay down. And I remember hitting you up like, yo, can you come on the show? You're like, I'm trying to finish this project. Bang, bang, bang. You have to hold off. And I'm like, yo, I kept harassing. I knew he was going to eventually do it because he's just a good dude. But I kept harassing you, man. And you hit me back every time, man. So definitely, man, salute to you, King.
Man,
you've been
right
in
back
this
at you,
a
brother.
long, long time.
Yeah.
So it's definitely an honor to be talking with you, my brother. You get me?
Oh, yeah. You good.
Definitely. You know, how you been holding up, man, these days, man, with everything going on and you know, in our world and this whole coronavirus and everything, man, for Black Lives Matter. I know it's been a lot on our people just in general, but how have you been pretty much keeping it together? I'm pretty sure most of it's probably through music, but how have you been keeping it together, just kind of staying true to yourself and keeping the machine moving throughout all of this?
You know what, man? I mean, to be honest with you, when this whole thing first hit, man, the whole pandemic thing hit, you know, pretty much I was in the crib, you know, doing my regular thing, but I started eating like crazy, man. I started eating everything but the kitchen sink. So, you know, I started gaining a little bit of weight. You know, I was getting a little heavy. So, you know, after about 2 months, I'm like, damn, this thing's starting to last a little bit longer than I thought. You know what I'm saying? So I had to really focus and I had to get back in the gym, man. So it really, you know, what it did was the first couple of months I was a little bit out of sync, and then it just everything kicked in. Like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna take this time right here to really change everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna take this time and I'm finna get back focused on my music, get back focused with my body, get back focused with everything. You know what I'm saying? So I've taken this time and really, really, man, just focus on trying to elevate. You know what I'm saying? In all ways that I can. And that's what it's been for me. Like, I really don't go and hang out like that, party like that. I'm a studio rat. So I mean, you know, as far as you know, me being out in the streets, I never really do that anyway. So I've pretty much been the same.
Right. Definitely, man. Salute, King. You've been in the business 25, going on 30 years now.
Yeah.
You know, for my audience, I like to it's just real nostalgic, so I like to just briefly take it back to the beginning of your career a little bit. How did you sign to LaFace Records?
Okay, and in '92, I met Heavy D's DJ Eddie F. I was with a group at the time called Porsche, and at that time we had a we had left Chicago and we had a showcase in Washington D.C. for this Black Radio exclusive convention that was out there called the BRE. And nobody came to our showcase, so what we did was we went outside the hotel and sang for everybody who walked outside the hotel.
Wow.
And Eddie Up happened to be one of those people. So he was like, "Yo, I'm gonna sign y'all guys. I'm gonna hook y'all up." So about 2 months later, he sent us plane tickets to Chicago to come out to Jersey. So we went out to Jersey, and that's pretty much when I got signed, and we started recording some records for him. Eventually, about a year into it, me and the group, we broke up. We ended up back in Chicago, and Eddie was working on this new kid called Usher, and he wanted me to write some songs with him because he knew I was a songwriter. So he flew me back out to Jersey to write some songs with him, and I ended up writing a song called "You Took My Heart," and everybody was pretty much loving that song. So Puff had heard that record. He was like, "Yo, I'm working on this other record for Usher. I want you to come write this record with me." You know what I'm saying? So I went to his studio, and we ended up writing "Think of You," Faith, and we wrote that joint together. And that's pretty much where it all started, man.
So Faith co-wrote "Think of You" as well?
She did. Yep, she sure did. Yep, Faith co-wrote it. And then after that, I ended up staying in Jersey, in New York, Jersey, for a little while. And while I was in the studio, man, I just ended up writing. I wrote and produced. Oh shit, what's the name of it? In the Hood, and I did Knocks Me Off My Feet. I didn't produce that one, but this guy produced that one, and I ended up doing Natural Thing, and it was another record.
I played all them joints a while ago.
All right, I ended up doing
mine
that.
is like refreshed.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of these records. Yearning for Your Love. That's what I did. I did those records. And Eddie heard him. He was like, "Yo, I'm about to go try to get you a deal." You know what I'm saying? So what he did was he went and played them for Pebbles, and Pebbles played it for LA, and LA was like, "Yo, let me bring him down to Atlanta. I want to meet the kid." So that's how that all happened.
Wow. So you had most of the project, most of My Heart, done before you even got signed.
Oh yeah. Because I was already working. I was writing and producing. I was trying to be a writer and producer. I really wasn't trying to be an artist at that time. Because when I was in my group, I wasn't the lead singer. We had another cat that was the lead singer. So I was always comfortable with being in the background. I really didn't want to be in the front. So when he brought it to me about being an artist, I was like, okay. You know what I'm saying? But that was in the call for me.
Wow. And most artists, man, don't get like their first album in the industry. Most of the time, they don't get a lot of creative control. Yeah. And just looking at the credits and everything, it seems like you had a lot of creative control over your first album. And most artists don't really get that opportunity to do so.
You know what, man? I mean, I got to give credit to Eddie, and I got to give credit to L.A. Reid, man. I mean, I guess by me writing those songs for Usher, it gave them the confidence that, yo, this kid, he could do it himself. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't do it myself. I just I did majority of the writing, some of the producing, but I had a team, man.
You had a team already kind of.
Yeah, Eddie and his team. He had the Untouchables. And then, I had another cat named Mookie, man, who was helping me with a lot of my stuff. So, I mean, it was a collective group of people, man, that came together and got that album off the ground.
Gotcha. So you released your first album, My Heart. Then you put out Where I Want to Be.
Yeah.
What was the creative process, right, following My Heart? Because I feel like My Heart didn't have. It's a dope album. It's one of my favorites. But at that time, it didn't seem like it didn't have the same like that kind of Where I Want to Be kind of like overshadowed it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
If you get what I'm trying to say, like it was a dope album, but people really the Where I Want to Be album is kind of like what took your career to the next level.
Right.
Going into that album after My Heart, what was your creative process for going into that album?
Well, put it like this. After the My Heart album, I felt like LaFace lost that album because I felt like we we had a bunch of records on that. It could have been a dope ass. I mean, it was a dope ass album, but it could have sold a lot more records. But they didn't push it like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, by me being a new artist, they ain't really. I wasn't a priority.
Take the chance to put the money, the real money behind the machine like that.
Right. So they ain't really push it like that. So by going into the next project, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had to make it my business. Like, I was thinking to myself, like, yo, I got to make sure that they can't fuck this record up. So my mindset was, I got to make every song sound like a damn single. Every song got to sound like that. So no matter what they put out, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to go. And I learned shortly, man, that it don't matter if you got the best album in the world. If they don't promote it, ain't nobody gonna know it's out there. You know what I'm saying? You can. It's some singers that'll sing their ass off, kill all of us. But you know, if nobody ever hear them, nobody will never know they exist. That's the same thing with some of these artists, some of these albums. Lack of promotion is it'll kill anything. So, but going into that Where I Want to Be album, man, I wanted to make sure that my mindset was, look, we got to go in. We got to make sure every song sound like a single. And from that point on, I wanted to make every album that I ever made sound like that. Like every song could be a single. And that was my motto. Every time I come out with a record, I want to make sure every song sound like it could be a joint.
Can you recall what's the first record? I know it was a long time ago. What's going on? What? That was 90, what, when you dropped Where I Want to Be? 90,
I think it was 98.
98.
Yep.
So it's been a minute, but can you recall maybe the first record that you wrote for that album?
The first record I wrote for the album was, oh, man. It was either Think About It or it was I Want to Love You. It was one of those two records. Either Think About It or I Want to Love You. Yeah.
And both of those songs have stood the test of time. I Want to Love You. You know, that's me and Wifey. That's one of our favorite joints.
That's my joint there too, man.
So I want to go a little in depth, just a little bit with that album. I don't want to just brush past it. It's such a classic. It's one of the best R&B albums to date, hands down.
Appreciate that.
I want to start with You Know What's Up. Just kind of the process, You Know What's Up, how that record came about. Just brief.
That record was produced by Darren Lighty and Eddie F. And it was written by Cliff Lighty, his brother, and Bilal, and oh man, I forgot the other brother name, but when they first brought that record, Anthony Hamilton. Anthony
Hamilton had a hand in that?
Anthony Hamilton had something to do with that too.
And you said Bilal as well.
Yeah, Bilal. No, not the singer Bilal. It's another cat by the name of Bilal.
Okay.
The cat by the name Bilal. So what happened was, man, when they first brought the track to me, the track was stupid. I'm like, damn, this a banger. But it was another song. It was a song called When You Hear the Car Horn Blow. And it just didn't do it for me. So when I was like, nah, man, you know, y'all got to go back and, you know, and rewrite that joint. And when they came back with You Know What's Up, it was a rap. It was a rap. It was like, you know, it was like, this a joint right here, man. Like, it was official. And what really made it official was when they got Left Eye to get on that joint. You know,
I was just about to ask you how that came about.
I mean, you know, at the time, TLC was the biggest group in America. She had just burned down Old Boy Crib. So, I mean, you know, they record sales was through the roof. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's the funny thing about this business is when you do some crazy shit, you sell more records.
Record sales go up like a mile.
Right. So, at the time, man, I mean, they sales was through the roof, and she jumped on that record, man, and it just made everybody was like, yo, damn. If she fucking with him, who is he? You know what I'm saying? So let me find out.
But they were still on the face at that time, right?
Right, they were still on the face at the time.
Mm-hmm. So
we kept it all in the family, man. And then, you know, what made it even more special is when, you know, everybody from the face jumped in the video. You know what I'm saying? They made it like a family affair. So it really it gave it that stamp of approval.
Stamp. So it was like a stamp in your career. Right. All right. This Love.
Me and my man Sheldon Goody wrote that. You know what I'm saying? He came up with the guitars and the beat, man, and as soon as I heard it, man, I was like, yo, do you mind if I take this? I mean, the words just started coming, right? Because, you know, my whole thing is, when I first got into the game, I really wanted to be a rapper. I just happened to sing. You know what I'm saying? So my approach to writing my songs is always, I'm approaching it as a rapper would approach it. You know what I'm saying? That's why when you listen to some of my songs, it rhymes. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of my shit all rhyme. But
if you was a rapper, you could really spit it.
Yeah, but I'm singing it. You know what I'm saying? So that's been my approach. I think that's what makes me different than a lot of other artists. Because, you know, back in the days, you had the R&B cats that was crooning, and they was like really singing and really, you know, doing all the riffs and all of that. Then you got this cat come from left field, and I'm that's why the fellas fuck with me, because I'm coming from a whole different perspective. I'm coming from a male's perspective. I ain't trying to give you the crying and all that type. You know what I'm saying? Like, on my knees, baby. I'm giving you a guy's perspective. Like, yo, this is how we doing this. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's why the guys rock with me and the females.
Definitely, man. Definitely. Women probably was getting mad at you for some of them records, man.
Probably, but it was the truth, though. You know what I'm saying?
Think About It. You said Think About It was probably one of the records, one of the first, right?
Yeah, probably one of the first records.
Mm-hmm.
That record, man, that was all me, man. I had just came off I had did that record probably around like 97. And I had did that record right after I had did the 702 Get It Together record. Like, if you played those two records back to back, you'd be like, oh shit, okay. Now I get where they came out the same bunch. He probably did those records in the same week.
You know what's the crazy thing is that I didn't know until recently that you did this 702 record.
Right.
And I was never, no disrespect to 702, but I was just never like playing 702 on my iPod, on my MP3. I was never really bumping 702 growing up. But Get It Together was always on my joint. And the funny thing is that I always had it in the playlist with you. So that's just, and like I found out maybe about 3 months ago, I was doing some research. I was like, oh shit, you wrote 702 Get It Together. So I was like, damn, okay, Donell wrote that. So that's probably part of the reason why I love the record so much, because you put that in the playlist, and even Think of You.
Uh-huh.
When you listen to Think of You, even though it's Usher, you can still hear you in there.
Right.
You know
It's my flavor.
It's your flavor.
Right.
All day. I think he was one of the first cats, man, to really, a lot of people are doing it nowadays, but really kind of, like you say, you want to be a rapper at first.
Right.
So you kind of, the way you kind of approach those albums and in that style, I think you were really one of the first to really establish that.
Well, that was my style. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was me from the beginning. Like, I mean, a lot of people probably won't give me the credit for it, but yeah, I was always rap singing. You know what I'm saying? As I step on the scene, yo, I'm steady. Like, all of that, it's singing, but it's kind of rap singing. You know what I'm saying? And that was just my style. That was just how I came. That's how I approached it, because I grew up in the hip hop era. You know what I'm saying? Like, I grew up totally in that era where, you know, Slick Rick, you know, Run DMC, you know, all that. So my whole approach was, man, I want to do what they doing, but I can sing though. Mm-hmm. So that's how I started making my records. Like, okay, well, I'm gonna make a record like that then. You know, so that was my approach to it.
Growing up, was you ever in the ciphers? Was you ever rapping, like spitting?
Nah. You know, when I was with my group,
you didn't go that deep with it.
When I was with my group, like, they always gave me the rapping parts though. You know what I'm saying? Like, when it was saying to bust a rap in the joint, then I do the rap. You know what I'm saying? I did some singing parts too, but I do the rap. But nah, man. I mean, I can sing, but I like rapping. I love the flow of it. And I love the concept of how them brothers be keeping it real. I never really liked brothers that sing and then they always crying. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just, that wasn't my thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I don't want to beg. I want
to tell you what's real. I want to tell you what's up. Nigga.
Yeah, I want to come on some player shit. Like, yo,
keep it 100 with you,
baby. Look, this how we doing this. You know what I'm saying? And that's why cats can respect me, because it's like, we ain't doing all that, what they doing, all that crying and begging. I mean, you know, it's a time and place for that, but not on the record.
Not on records, man. Come on, man. You can't be in the club begging that.
Right, right.
My fiance just told me that Queen Naija, right, had sampled. I didn't hear it yet.
This Love with Lil Durk.
She had sampled This Love. You know, are you familiar with the artist Queen Naija?
I am.
Did you hear it? She sampled This Love on a new song.
She was singing a little piece of it or something like that in the record.
Mm-hmm. Got you. You know, like it. That's how you know when your shit is timeless. You know what I'm saying? When this many years later, you know, you got new artists, you know, sampling your songs, man. How does that feel? I know it has to be just like and you've accomplished a lot in your career, but just that validation from the young, you know, the young school, if you want to say in the business, man, just to get that from them. How does that feel, man? Just to have them, just to have people sampling those records.
You know what, man? First of all, it's funny that people call me an OG now, man, because I really don't feel like I'm that old. You know what I'm
saying? But look, he rubbed the beard when it said
right. But at the end of the day, man, you know what, man? I can really appreciate that, man, because, you know, when I first came in the game, I looked up to people like Stevie Wonder, Michael Jackson, all of those guys, man, and I really appreciate the fact that some of these young cats are bringing that music back. First of all, what it's doing is it's opening up the new millennials to that music. It's also putting a check in my pocket. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't mad at that. And, you know, and it's kind of keeping me going. It's keeping me current. It's keeping my sound out there. So I welcome it. I appreciate it. And, man, it's all good with me.
Stevie Wonder. I want to touch on that real quick. It just popped in my head like a light bulb. You sampled Stevie and Knocks Me Off My Feet. How did that record come about?
Okay, I was this producer by the name of Darren Winnington. He was trying to, you know, get some more work out there. So what he did was he asked me to come sing a song. Now, I didn't even know it was a Stevie Wonder record at the time. His wife sang it to me, and I ended up singing it to the tape. And I mean, it was dope. It was a dope record. You know, Eddie heard it. He was like, yo, man, this joint is dope. You know, this is a Stevie Wonder record. The funny thing is, when they played the Stevie Wonder record, I was like, damn, that's crazy that that they sound like similar. You would think that I listened to his record first before I did it.
Right, you would think
that, but I didn't.
Like he was paying homage, you would think of the rip.
But I didn't. You know what I'm saying? So L.A. Reid heard it. He was like, yo, dude, this got to go on the album. As a matter of fact, this probably gonna be one of your singles. And it ended up being one of the singles, and it's probably one of it's one of the records, man, that I can't go anywhere without singing. When people hear it, you know what I'm saying, it really touches their heart. And that's just one of those joints, man. Stevie really wrote an incredible record with that one.
Have you ever had the opportunity to meet him throughout your career at all and kind of rub elbows in a way?
I did, man. I did on a few occasions. You know, he owns a radio station out in L.A. And I've been there a few times. And he always look at me like, "Yo, thank you for making me some more money on that record." No, but he really appreciated the fact that I did the record. And but you know, for me, man, nothing touches the original, man. I mean, Stevie put his foot in that record. I probably would have been even more intimidated if I had known it was his record. I probably would have never did it. So I'm glad it happened the way it happened.
All right, cool. I want to result back to where I want to be. I Want to Love You. How did that record come about?
I Want to Love You. Okay. There's this record by this woman named oh man, I feel bad with names right now. Oh man, what's her name?
Listen, I wasn't gonna ask. I was gonna move on, right?
Okay.
But wifey's over here looking at me because you know that's our joint.
Right.
She's over here looking at me like, you better ask the damn question. Which is my executive producer, by the way. Right. She looking at me like, you better ask the question, man. She want to know. So
when I was growing up, man, I used to listen to this beautiful woman. Her name was Minnie Riperton. She had a song called "Loving You," and when I heard that record as a kid, man, that record always stayed with me. And I wanted to make a record that had that same feeling, that had that same emotion. And that's how I came up with "I Want to Love You." And, you know, I mean, that's how we create what I create. You know what I'm saying? Like all of my ideas and all of my stuff like that. It's just it's things that I've witnessed and heard and things that have stuck with me through childhood. I mean, that's how we create. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, nothing is new. It's just how you create and make it something better than what it was before. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't reinvent the wheel. You can just add a new spoke to it, or maybe add a little, a little spoiler or something to it. So that's my approach, man. I mean, I always appreciated what came before me, and that's what I'll continue to do.
Definitely, King. Definitely, man. Salute to you, man. That's the shit right there, man. That's the shit all in the bow, man. After Where I Want to Be. Did you tour after that album? I was too young to know. Did you tour
I did. I went on tour. It was myself and Alicia Keys. We went on tour together.
You went on tour, Alicia Keys.
I did.
So this is like what, 1999? She just came out with.
Around 99. Yep. Wow. Yep. Amazing tour, man. I mean, I opened up for her, and it was amazing, man. I mean, just seeing the people out there, man. It was my first time actually going on a real tour. I had been on tours where we might go do 10 dates or something like this, but this was a real tour. Like
it's a big production,
it was a big joint. So yeah,
it's on a different level.
Yeah, I mean, and I had the band out there, and it was just amazing, man. We had a real show, and I just really appreciated the fact that she allowed me to be on her tour. And I tried to kick her ass every night. You know what I'm saying? But you can't do that when it's Alicia Keys. You know what I'm saying? But I had fun trying, and that's what we do as artists, man. We try to push each other to be greater. And I had fun on that tour, man. It was awesome, and I would definitely do it again.
Man, it came to my mind, speaking of you on tour, right? I recall the time we booked you for a show, and this is a show that I met my fiance at.
Okay.
So this is real full circle, right?
So you know everything about this show.
And listen, everybody listen, I'm a fan, King. You know that. So I remember it was you, SWV, Avant, John B, Little Mo.
Wow.
And man, this is in 2010.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember you were headlining the show, but you decided to switch places with SWV.
Right.
And I never really understood it. I was like, why the hell? And I know they got hits, he got hits too, but you decided to switch places, just out of respect for SWV. And I've never ever seen that. And just me doing being in this business, promoting concerts, man. Can you just give me a brief on why would you make a move like that? You probably don't remember. So
I do that. You know why? Let me tell you why, man. Because I got so much respect for them. I'm talking about in all artists that came before me. I got so much respect for them that for me it was like, nah, I can't step on y'all toes like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember riding in the car with my group and playing y'all record, and that shit was so dope to us. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't no hell no, I ain't going on after y'all. I'm going on before y'all. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I remember them days before I had the deal and I was listening to y'all record. You know what I'm saying? So that, for me, man, it was a no-brainer for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care about all that other stuff. I'm going to go out here and do my job like I'm supposed to. But at the end of the day, I'm paying homage to y'all because y'all was here before me, man. Like, I would do that with any artist. You know what I'm saying? That I love and I respect. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, who cares about the place of the show? I mean, a lot of people do. A lot of artists do. But that's some sucker.
We know that the politics and people.
Yeah, that's sucker shit to me. To me, it's like just go out there and do your job, man. Put on a damn great performance, and that's all that matters, man. You know what I'm saying? But for them, for that night, man, I really felt like they deserved it, and it meant the world to me to give them that spot because I thought they should have been in that spot anyway.
Wow, man, salute, man. I've done many shows, man, and of course, just in this business, it's all about most of the time who's more current.
Right. Yeah.
So you can do a show with an artist, and this artist could have been out 7 years, and you've been in the game 20 years, putting in work, and you got, timeless albums, and then you know, pretty much the way kind of the order of the show, the promoter put, or whoever, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
pretty much be arranged a certain way.
Right.
But you know, when we put that show together, we put it in mind just of kind of what we you know favor and respect, and everybody that was on that show been in business a long time. So you know, I just want to touch on that real quick. Just I never got an answer, and it came to my mind and said me ask you about it. But
Nah, that was a good question. That was a good question.
You don't get people that do kind of shit at all, man.
Nah,
so,
man. I mean, I've been on the show with so many cats, man, and man, it's an issue. It's an issue with the lineup sometimes, man. Some cats don't even come from the hotel or come up missing when it's their time to go on because they don't want to go a certain order.
So it could be late, so they could go on because you don't want to lose your money.
Yeah, people play games, man. They play games like that, man.
I've had that, man. I don't want to air nobody out, but I've had that where artists show up on purpose.
Right.
So they don't want to go on prior to another artist, man.
Now, my thing is, look, I've even had to go on first sometime because somebody don't show up. And the fans will be mad as hell because they're like, yo, I got here late and I can't.
Because at that time, people still filling the auditorium to wherever you at.
It's like I came to see you and I got here late. But, you know, at the end of the day, man, for me, it's like, okay, I'm going to go out here, I'm going to do my job. It don't matter what spot I go in. I'm going to go do my job. And
you got 200 people, if you got 5,000 people.
Right. If they miss me, then that means I can come back. I can come back and I can get another check. So while y'all tripping about going what place y'all going in, I'll come back.
You like, listen, it's another bag. It's another bag out there.
Yeah, right.
Look, I'm going back to Kentucky again because guess what?
Right. They missed
about 600, 700, maybe 1,000 people missed me.
Right. Right. See, they ain't thinking like that.
It's been, so you had, after the tour with Alicia Keys, you had 4 more projects after that. They all had much success. And it's been 7 years, right? 7?
7, yeah.
7 years since your last album. Let's get a little bit into your latest project that's coming 100% free.
Yeah. My reasoning for naming this album 100% free is because I'm free from a lot of things that was holding me down. You know what I'm saying? Like, first of all, I'm free from, you know, I used to smoke cigarettes. I used to smoke marijuana. I used to drink. I don't drink anymore. I'm free from all the self-doubt, all of the negative thinking, all of the things that was holding me down that was not good for me as a person. I'm free from trying to, the body is the temple. You know what I'm saying? So I'm free from trying to ruin this temple that God put me in. This is my house that I live in. You know what I'm saying? I'm spirit. But at the end of the day, I live in this body. So I want to make sure that I protect this body. I make sure that I do everything clean to make sure that this body can stay on this earth as long as it possibly can. This is my journey. It's not for everybody. Everybody can't do. We all got our own journeys, but this is my journey. This is what I chose to do for me to become a better person. And I named it 100% free also because this marks the year that I'm not in any contracts with anybody. I paid everybody back all the money that I owed them, that they claimed I owed them. You know what I'm saying? So everything for me is I'm free. I'm truly 100% free. You know what I'm saying? And it means a lot to me because I think as a culture, as a world, we need to become 100% free from a lot of things that we do. We have become a world of addiction. We're addicted to a lot of things, whether it be drugs, whether it be alcoholism, whether it be sex, whether it be the internet, whether it be social media, whether it be, we're addicted to a lot of things, and we forget that we're here to experience this world, but we also got to remember who we are. And I just want people to understand that we should be trying to move closer to freedom.
Listen, man, very well said. Very well said. People like preach. Wow, man. Wow, that's deep, but it's real at the same time. And anyone could be able to understand that, man. If you got common sense, you could be able to understand that. I was gonna ask you after you introduced the project. My next question in my mind was, why did you call it that? You pretty much answered that. when can the fans expect this project?
I wanted to release it in November, but it looks like I'm gonna have to push it back to December. I sampled a few records and I'm trying to get them cleared right now.
Yeah,
And it could be, you know,
it's always the longest process.
It could be a bit much, you know, because I don't want somebody coming at me down the road and saying, you know, look, you took my music. No, I ain't trying to have no headaches. So I want to do everything the right way. I'm still going to release a single really soon, probably in the next 3 weeks.
Got you.
And I want to give what I want to get to the fans, but I want to give them that Donell Jones that they miss, man. You know what I'm saying? I want to give them that love music, man, that they miss, and that feel good music you can dance to. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't dance no more. We too busy being hard, man.
People
like,
in the club being hard,
man.
It's
just like we want to feel good again. You know what I'm saying? I remember the days when my grandma used to play the Isley Brothers and Frankie Beverly and them. And at the cookout, they used to feel good. You know what I'm saying? So that's the type of music I like to make. That's what I want to make. That's what I want us to hear. And man, that's what I'm going for.
It's good. It's so good to hear that you're staying true to your sound, man. Because a lot of artists, and there's no disrespect to anyone, a lot of artists try to fit in with the sounds of today and the trap and all of that, and really try to get to, you know, kind of just out of the lane. And it's one of those things where it's, and at the end of the day, you are a creator. So you know, in the arts. So you know, at the end of the day, you feel you're free to do whatever you choose to do. But a lot of artists go in a totally different direction of current day with releasing albums and projects. You don't really get their true sound, and the fans be really disappointed. It seems like they be trying to get a new audience, man. So I'm so happy to know that we gonna get some classic DJ shit for sure, man.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be Donell. It's gonna be Donell today. It ain't gonna be nothing crazy. It's gonna be what you're used to. One thing I hate when people say is I want that old. I'm not giving you anything old. You know what I'm saying? Because I did that. I'm giving you Donell Jones today.
You've been there, done that.
I'm giving you what I would do today.
And it's all about elevation. It's all about elevation, of course. And you have to continue to grow. Because since then, you've grown as a person. You've grown as a father. You've grown as a musician and all of these things. So you've definitely grown. So definitely times do change, and sometimes people stuck and people want that. Right. But just staying true to yourself is
always true.
It is the key in where you at, and you know, you don't get that too much. A lot of people just try to fit in with, because you know, R&B isn't mostly R&B anymore. You got a few cats like you and Tank. It's a handful that is really committed to the R&B music. You know what I'm saying? If you get what I mean. And
I do.
It's cool to get those records. You know, those records in there every now and then. But you know, a lot of people say that R&B is dying. I don't feel that way. But
let me lay it out for you, man. Like, okay, back in the days when I first came out, and I'm just gonna say a bunch of names, and you had me, you had R.Kelly, you had Joe, you had Genuine, you had Case, you had Maxwell, you had D'Angelo, you had so many cats, man. John B. Now here's the thing. The thing about that is, yes, we all were R&B, but we all sounded different. Like none of our records sounded the same. We all had our own style. You was
able to know who was who.
Right. So when you put on a Donell Jones record, you know it's Donell. When you put on a R.Kelly record, you know immediately it's R.Kelly. When you put on a Genuine record, you know it's him. Like everybody had their own style. And I think what's happened today is that everybody sound the same. Nobody got their own style. If you listen to the radio, it just sounds like one long record. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what the problem is. I think that, you know, today when somebody do something hot, everybody try to jump on that sound real quick. Whether it's back in the days, nobody wanted to sound like each other. We all want to sound different. That's what made us different. And today it just sounds like everybody want to be the same.
But the business too, people were a little more competitive.
Exactly.
I would say.
Exactly.
And you know, it was a little more of a challenge. Everybody wanted to stand out. Everybody wanted to be their own man, their own woman. So it was a little more competitive. And at the same time, this is no disrespect to any artist
No disrespect.
that's current. You know, because a lot of people try to say old school or OGs try to talk you down.
Nah, I never talk bad about, like you got people like Chris Brown, man, that's killing it. You got Trey Songz that just put out a dope-ass album. You got my man Jacquees that's doing this thing, man. Bryson Tiller. It's a lot of young brothers out there that's doing their thing. So I'm never trying to knock no young artist. I'm never trying to say nothing bad about it. I'm just saying what the music sounds like, what the lyrical content sound like.
As a whole,
right,
is everybody sound the same for the most part.
Right.
And you turn on the radio and it's like, okay, who's this? Who's
right.
this? Who's this? And
it's not distinct.
If you didn't know anybody, you would think that you would listen to the same person album.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's really not distinctive at all. You are like the king of ballads, right? I just want to touch on this real quick. Like the king of ballads. Can we expect any ballads on this project you're putting out?
I'm dropping a ballad first. I'm coming out with a ballad first. I was in charge of my career, I would have released a lot more ballads. You know what I'm saying? But since I wasn't in control of it, I didn't get a chance to say what they was going to bring out. It wasn't my money. You know what I'm saying? So when they spending their money, they're going to put out what they wanted to put out. And they didn't release a lot of the songs that I did. The song that I, like Where I Want to Be, they released that. You know what I'm saying? That did awesome. But since it's my ball and my court, I'm bringing out what I want to bring out. And I'm coming with a ballad first. I can come out with two, a ballad and a mid-tempo joint. And I'm releasing ballads, man. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I do. I love to do that. And we're going to have some fun, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all about love, man. It's all about love.
But the thing is, some of those ballads wasn't released, but they became timeless records. At the end of the day, people know you for those records. Not saying some of the other stuff didn't stick, but the ballads have stuck with people, weddings, anniversaries, love, man. So I'm so happy to hear that. How many songs is going to be on 100% Free? I'm doing 7 songs, man. 7 songs. It's been 7 years. 7 albums, 7 songs. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go with the 777. And once I'm done with this album, I'm coming out with my next album. That's called Elevate. And so you got something back to back.
Yeah, I'm doing another album. I'm looking at summertime next year. And that album is gonna be called Elevate. And and then, you know what, man? It all means something, man. When all these albums, man, when this next one drop, I got this quote, man, where all these albums that I've done, man, all 7 of them plus the 8th, they all go together, man. It's like a book, man. I want to call it the R&B Bible. You know what I'm saying? But it's like a book. It's like a book, man, of well, all these albums, man, they all mean something to me. And I have a quote, man, that connects every last one of them. Because all of them, man, is significant parts of my life, man, where I'm actually telling the story of my life and what I've been through, and through my eyes, and where I am today.
Gotcha, King. Very well said. What was the process for you putting this independent project together?
Oh, man, it's pretty easy, man. It's just like, some said, man, it's time for you to get back in the studio and get to work. And then, that's when I started working, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I said, you know what? It's time to get a project out. We're going through some tough times right now. And the idea came to do it for free. And then the idea came, man, name it 100% free. And all these other things started to pour in. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to make sure that on this particular project, we have some inspiration songs. We have some bedroom songs. We got some get it popping songs. We got some, want to make you dance type of songs. You know what I'm saying? It's only 7, but I'm giving you 7 joints. 7. I'm doing I got a reggae joint on this. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. So I'm just having fun doing music again, and I'm loving and appreciating the art form. At times, we get a little bit, nonchalant about what we do. And we have to have something to push us and drive us a little bit more. And, what has happened with this pandemic and everything, man, has definitely pushed me to want to, come out with another album.
Right. Can you? I know it's still in the stages and you're trying to get clearances. Can you? How many clearances are you trying to get?
Right now it's 3.
It's 3.
Right now.
Older artists, newer artists.
Older artists. It's older artists.
It's older artists.
Yeah, I usually take from older artists. I mean, it ain't really.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like to take stuff from older artists. So.
Is it like classic records that we could probably hear?
Yeah. One is classic. The other one is just some words that I'm using. You know what I'm saying? I sample some words, but I still got to get clearance for it. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be that big of a deal, but you know, you don't want to get caught out there, and and you know, you got somebody's work out there, and they looking for that check. You know what I'm saying? So we want to make sure that we do everything the right way.
Especially during 2020, where a lot of checks was being cut.
I'm telling you, man, we want to do everything the right way, man. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, man. I'm so excited, man. I can't wait to hear it. So the album 100% free. Where's the album going to be available? That's good.
Okay. Well, put it like this. The album will be in iTunes. It'll be in all of the online stores, but you can get it free from my website, which is DonellJonesMusic.com. You'll be able to download that joint for free. You know, you're definitely gonna have to put in your information and all this stuff like that, and then you'll get the download. But
so your name and your email, pretty much, and you get the album for free.
Yeah, all you gotta do is just put just type in DonellJonesMusic.com and you know, fill out the form. You know, put your name, email, all that stuff in there, and then you'll be able to download the album for free. But it'll also be on all of the streaming sites, yeah, all the streaming sites, all that stuff like that. Yeah, you'll be able to listen to it on there if you have those already. So, but this, I just wanted to do this for the fans, man, because like I said, it's been 20-something years I've been in this business, and a lot of people having hard times right now, with money situations, and why not do it for free, man? God didn't charge me for this talent He gave me, so why should I charge the people? You know what I'm saying?
Wow,
so
man.
That's where I'm at right now with this one.
Wow, King. Wow, man. Wow, man. Wow. And just knowing you personally, man, you've always been a good brother. I said this at the beginning of the conversation, but to put out a free album in 2020 is unheard of. So I'm pretty sure the fans is definitely excited. Outside need to open back up so we can get some shows. And,
I can't wait, man. You don't understand. I can't wait to hit the stage, man. Look, man, dude.
I know that's the thing that you've been missing the most.
Man, I can't wait.
Like you said, you're not really a club cat. You want to chill side. So I know you spend a lot of time in the studio, but I'm pretty sure that's the thing that's probably been itching you the most is to get on stage. So,
dude, let me tell you, man. I get to be Donell Jones on stage. Here in my house, I'm daddy, I'm husband, I'm, what I'm saying? I'm all these other things. I'm brother, I'm all of these things, man. Mm-hmm. So when I touch that stage, I get to be Donell Jones. So I miss that, man. I miss it so much, man, that I can't wait to get back on stage, man. And man, I mean that first show, man, I don't know what's gonna happen, man. I might lose it, man. I mean, whoever coming behind me, man, they gonna have a tough time that night.
Ladies, he might take his shirt off for you.
Man, and I've been in the gym too. Oh man, I might rip it off.
He may take his shirt and his hat off.
I'm telling you, man, I might rip it off, y'all. I mean, you never know what might happen, man. But I'm so amped, man, so ready to get back out here and get the fans what they want, man. Plus, I've been working, man. I've been working on me, and I want people to really see what I've been working on. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, it took me. I was smoking cigarettes, man, for damn near about 30 years. You know what I'm saying? Throughout my whole career, man. And I just stopped probably almost 2 years ago now.
But the thing about it is, too, at the same time, people would have probably never known that. I knew that because I booked it for shows and I knew that. But people would have probably never known that. No disrespect to any artists out there, but a lot of artists, sometimes you can hear that when they're on stage, that they smoke.
I was hearing it. I was starting to hear it. You know what I'm saying? I was starting to hear it. I mean, I was starting to lose my voice.
Really hear that. You don't hear that from you.
Man, I'm telling you, I was starting to lose my voice, man. And that's another reason that made me quit everything. I got on my knees, man. I prayed. I was like, yo, man, if I stop all of this, I'm just begging you, just give me my voice back.
Wow.
And once I stopped everything, man, I feel like the Donell from my first album. Like I'm so ready, man, to get back out here, man, and sing. I can't wait. I can't wait for this shit to open back up. Cause I've been practicing, man. I've been working my ass off. I've been, so I mean, I really took this time, man, that we had off, man, to really work on myself. So I can't wait to show the fans.
Wow, man. Wow. Very well said, King. Is this your first independent album?
No, this would be my third. My last album, Forever, and the one called Lyrics.
Man, Forever is my shit.
That's my joint too, man. To me, that's my most favorite album. To me,
that's your most favorite. That's my shit too. I can't. There we go.
That's my growth as a man. That was the record right there that I had did. That was when my life started to change. You know what I'm saying? Like when you start hearing songs like "Don't Blame Me for the Things I Did When I Was Younger," I was only trying to be what I thought was a man. Like
it was a transition album for you.
Yeah, I was transitioning. I was transitioning from a boy mentality to becoming a man. You know what I'm saying? Like I was married, man, but I wasn't doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I got this woman, man, that loves me, man, that's give me her heart and her soul, and I'm out here doing dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I really had to wake up, man, and understand that, man, look, man, God put these people in my life. I got to treat this woman, man, with respect and treat her with, I mean, just not just my wife, man, but just people in general, man, everybody around me. I always wanted to be around good people, man. I always wanted to meet somebody who was an incredible person. But I had to become that first.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That energy attracts. That energy attracts.
Yep.
Sometimes when you're not in that space and you get that energy, you don't know how to perceive it.
Yep. So I had to become the guy that I wanted to meet. And since I became that person, man, everything is opening up to me, man. I mean, like I really feel good about who I am. I ain't got to never worry about nothing. Nobody coming behind me saying some crazy shit. Cause guess what? I'm 100% free. I'm free to be the person I want to be, and I ain't got to lie about nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I am who I am, and you can either accept it or you don't.
You keep it at 100. What would your profession be if it wasn't for music?
I don't think it would be anything but music, man. From the day I touched down, man. As a kid, man. My parents always told me, man, that I was deeply into music from 5 years old. So I don't think it would have been anything else. I think I was born to do this. I think God brought me here for this reason. And I think, what I'm doing right now in this moment is what I'm supposed to be doing.
Wow. I see a lot of people saying Chi-Town, Chicago. How growing up in Chicago has influenced you as an artist and as a father?
Man, everything about me in Chicago. I mean, from growing up in Chicago as a little kid, man, watching the game banging, man, watching my uncles and them turn things up, you know what I'm saying? Like, everything about me, man, either from the gangster mentality, man, to, to the clothes I rock, man, to who I am as a person. Everything about me in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? A lot of cats think that since we do music and since we singers that we soft.
Listen,
ain't nothing soft about
not
me.
At all, man.
Nothing soft at all.
Not a man. From Chicago, whoop your ass, man. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, don't get it twisted at all.
Whoop your ass, man. I done seen some stuff, man. Dudes from Chicago,
yeah, I mean, my city, man, it's a beautiful city, man. I really hope these young brothers out there get it together, man. I see we dropping like flies, man. And I just really want to do something big for my city, man, because it's a lot of young brothers out there, man. They lost their way, man. They think that going to prison is a rite of passage, and I want to change that narrative and let young brothers know that, man, we got to do better. We're a great people, and we have to have great influences, man. And I want to be one of those.
It's a lot of talent, man, in Chicago. It's an artist I manage. My name is Dejar. He should be on tomorrow night performing on my show after Tamika Scott from Escape will be on.
Wow.
And
Dope.
you know, I met her a while back, and you know, but just it's a lot of talent from Chicago. It's a lot of great talent from Chicago, athletes, singers, rappers, pretty much musicians, especially on the musician side. It's a lot of great talent coming out of Chicago, man, for sure. When was the last time you performed, or you know, in your city? Do you recall?
The last time I performed was I think it was 2018. They did an R&B fest out there, and man, they turned up. They turned up. You know, anytime I go to Chicago, man, I got the whole. I mean, everybody coming out. You know,
everybody
all my
from the
family
block is coming through the seat.
Everybody coming out, man. You know what I'm saying? And then when I hit that In the Hood, and then hit that remix with Roger Troutman joint on it.
They know what's up,
man. And then it's like Chicago know all my records, man. So it's like whenever I hit certain songs, man, everybody standing up, man, doing their little thing, you know. So it's love, man. My city really shows out for me, man. They really come through, and I can't do nothing but have love for them, man, for real.
When I think of R&B kings, and I think of guys that came from Chicago, and we got a lot, you know, nowadays. We got, you know, Chance the Rappers and Kanye West,
dope.
In their creative space. When I think of R&B, and I think of the kings that came from Chicago, I think of you, and I think of R.Kelly, and there's some other folks as well, but that has had records, because you have to remember too, even with Kells, he's had a lot of records that wasn't singles that became hits just like yours, and timeless records. Have you and Kells ever worked together or anything like that? Ever crossed paths, just being from the shop?
Nah. I mean, you know what? I met him actually when I was doing my Where I Want to Be album. I was living in Jersey at the time, and this was the first time I met him. I went to the studio, and I think he was working on, I forget what album he was working on, but I was working on my Where I Want to Be album at the time. And I went to the studio, man. We chopped it up and had a little conversation, man. And that was it, man. I hadn't, you know, it was like, yo, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Kind of gave each other dap and whatever, and that was it. You know what I'm saying? We never really spoke after that. You know what I'm saying? So, but I always had respect for him and his music and what he did musically. And I appreciated. It was almost like a kind of like a rivalry. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you know, it's like, okay, you did that. Okay, I got to go do this. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I loved about R&B back in the 90s. Like, all of us did that. Like, okay, you did that. Okay, okay,
I'm gonna do this.
Okay, I got to go make a record. I got to top that. It was the competition was fierce, but it was good competition. It just made everybody work harder.
It was motivation.
Yes.
It was motivation to make you go harder, especially to those that came before you. It was motivation. It was kind of teaching at the same time in a way, right?
Yep. I mean, it just made us better. You know, for me, it made me better. Like, for instance, if Genuine come out with a hot record, then I'm like, okay, that's what you did. I don't want to do what you did, but I got to make something better. You know what I'm saying? I got to try to come up with something better than that. Right. And I think that's what kept us on our toes. I think it's what made the 90s great. And you know, it's cool to be friends with everybody. I mean, you know, like some of the basketball players be saying, man, all these cats is friends. You know what I'm saying? I want to be on a different team so I can play against you. You know what I'm saying?
Like dapping each other up after the game and all that.
So I mean, I'm one of them cats. Like, I wanna play against you, man. Like, I don't want to be on your damn team. Right. I want to get them and play for this team so I can battle you. You know, and that's what we did back in the days, man. We all pushed each other to be greater.
Speaking of battles, this versus thing that Swiss and Tim has been doing has been phenomenal. Did you get a chance to ever see any of them on the R&B side?
I did. I watched quite a few of them, man, and I love it, man. I love
any
the concept.
Any favorites?
My favorite so far was the Snoop joint, and right after that was the Beanie Man joint, the reggae joint.
The Beanie Man. Who Beanie Man went up against?
I forgot who. Then I mean, they had quite a few, man. That's been pretty interesting. It's cool, man. I think it's really dope. I mean, I don't like the whole competition type of thing as far as, you know, like people going up against each other and far as that way.
I think it started out as that, and I think it created, when they first started it as a brand, I think it kind of started out as that, and I think it kind of leaned a little more towards of a celebration.
I like that.
A lot of artists was like, hey, listen, I'm not going to do this, I'm going to do that.
Right.
I think the artists themselves kind of, like Brandy and Monica did it more of as a celebration.
Right.
Babyface and Teddy Riley, that was one of my favorites.
Yeah, that was one of my favorites too. That whole joint was funny as hell though. But it was dope. It was dope. Like that one was dope because them two real powerhouses, man, as far as production is concerned. So I really love that one.
On another level, Jagged Edge and 112 was one of my favorites as well. And I had 112 on here a few weeks ago, and because they had some sound issues as well. And their biggest thing was like, yo, you ever do verses, make sure whatever the equipment that they send you to use it, that's key.
Right.
And doing it with this whole Instagram Live thing is a different level when you're doing music and you're playing it on that kind of, you know what I'm saying, for people to get the same quality that you're hearing. They said that, like, make sure you always you use the sound equipment that they give you. Would you ever do something like that? Would you ever do like a verses or in the...
I would definitely do it, but I wouldn't do it unless we in the same room. You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't do it. Those are the most successful ones to me, when people are in the same room.
Alicia and John Legend.
Yeah,
Patty,
I like that.
Patty and Gladys Knight. Beanie
you get
Man.
the same sound. You get the same sound, and not to mention, you know what I'm saying? It's good to be in the same room and interact with that person, and you can groove with them. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause look, y'all playing hits, man. Y'all playing joints. You get the reaction of the people. Of the person that you are celebrating with.
Same place, same time. It just makes better sense, and I think those ones have definitely been my favorites, for sure. Who would listen? You could do it versus you and yourself, like up tempos versus ballads.
Right.
But who would you do that kind of celebration with? Anyone come to mind?
Yeah, it's one person that come to mind. Well, it's actually two, but
Joe.
Yeah, Joe for sure. Joe for sure.
I was either Joe, maybe Tommy's, or like a Genuine. I was kind of in that lane right there, but I think you and Joe got, as far as ballads from the '90s, you two were like right there.
But it's one. Yeah, like for me, like it would have to be somebody who got up tempo and ballads. It can't be like just a balladeer, because if it's just a person that do ballads, then I mean that's it's not gonna work, because I'm gonna play some stuff that you ain't gonna be able to keep up with the tempo.
Right.
I'm gonna play up tempo, you gonna go right back to a ballad.
Like you got, what's up and just love and different things like that. He got them ones too.
Yeah.
Go out there.
And another person is can't leave out Jaheim. Jaheim got joints. He got up tempos and ballads. Jaheim got joints. You got to think about Music Soul Child. He got up tempos and he got ballads too. So I mean, for me, it would have to be like somebody around there. I think the ultimate battle to me would be D'Angelo and Maxwell. Them two going against each other. I think that'd be dope.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I think that'd be dope.
That's a good one. I'm like, that's a good one. Shoot, man, somebody send that in. But definitely, I think that somebody said Raheem DeVaughn. Raheem DeVaughn is dope. I think Raheem DeVaughn in music is a good one.
Yeah, that'd be good. I mean, two different eras. That's two different eras. Mm-hmm. I think music probably go a lot deeper than him, because he's been around a lot longer. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He probably got more records.
What would you consider like a highlight of your career? Quote unquote, maybe let's say the Mama I Made the moment. What would you consider that for you?
My moment was 2001 when I won that award. When I won that American Music Award, it was a highlight and a low point at the same time, man. Because had grew up in Chicago, man, watching that show on TV all those years, watching Michael Jackson and all these people go up there on that stage. And when I won that award, I didn't even know I was going to win. You know, I had no idea that I was going to win that award, man. And when I got up there, I forgot everybody who helped me. So it was a highlight and it was a low point because everybody who helped me, I couldn't think of nobody's name but the people that was in front of me, man, because I didn't have a speech. I didn't have a speech.
You wasn't prepared.
I wasn't prepared.
You wasn't like kind of prepared to.
Man, I wasn't prepared, man. I forgot Eddie F's name. I forgot my old manager Bill Hartman. I forgot so many people that helped me that once I came off that stage, I felt so bad. I was so happy, but I felt so bad because I had forgotten
those people.
Man, I forgot everybody.
What did you say? You got up there and you thanked the few people that was in front of you and thank God.
And thank God. And I was like, okay, I'm out. But I mean, in that moment, man, I was so happy and so surprised that I had forgot everybody who helped me, man. And it took me a long time to get over it. And it took, I don't know if the people that I didn't thank, if they ever got over it, because, you know what I'm saying? You know, again, I didn't even think I was going to win, so I didn't know. I'm probably sure I hurt a lot of people when I did that, but it wasn't
intentionally.
Yeah, unintentional.
You definitely are one of the R&B greats. I know you have a few awards, and you definitely. I just want to give you your flowers.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that.
While you're here, everyone that's tuning in, if you want to send some questions in for Donell. Oh God, we got a few, right? Let's get into that one. Do you got time, my brother, for a few questions?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
All right, let's get into a few questions. A quick little Q&A. Let's get to that one first right here. That's Jacquees. Okay. How did you and Jacquees make a record? Yeah, you did write it. You wrote or you produced the record with Jacquees?
Both.
Okay.
Yeah, produced and wrote. Jacquees had hit my business partner Jamal up, and he was like, "Yo, I want to meet Donell." So they had set up this little studio where we went, and I went to go meet him. So I didn't even know who he was at the time. You know what I'm saying? So when they told me who he was, I went online and I started listening to some of his music. I'm like, oh man, Shorty can sing, man. He got some pipes on him. So when I got to the studio, he was like, big bro, I want to play my album for you. That's why I really brought you out, because I wanted to meet you and I wanted to play my album for you. So he played 4275 for me, and I was like, yo, this is a dope ass album.
So you didn't know of him prior to, even with the whole King of R&B and all that?
I didn't know. I ain't know nothing of that. Wow. You know what I'm saying? This is before he even said that, you know. So when I got to the studio, he played the album for me. I'm like, yo, man, the album dope. He was like, yeah, it's dope, but I want a record. I want one of your sounding records on here. I'm like, okay, well, I feel like you done. He was like, nah. I want a record that sounds like Donell Jones on my album. So I just went, I thought about it that night, and 23, it happened. You know what I'm saying? It happened that night. I wrote it and produced the record. And when we got in the studio, we co-wrote a few lines together, man, and became one of his joints on the album.
Wow, man. Wow, King. Wow. And that's just new school paying attention to the OGs. Listen, people, I see a lot of questions popping up on here. We're just going to answer a few. But send them to the question, little question box. Let's select another one. Okay, that's a good one right there. That's a good one. Okay. Oh, that's a funny one. Why you pick that one? Like, you crazy.
Bring it.
What's your favorite Halloween candy, man?
How about my favorite Halloween candy? Hey, you know what? Them little bitty paydays, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
OG, you gonna say paydays? My grandma used to
paydays up, man. Like, I be eating them the big joints. You know what I'm saying? So when they have a whole bag of them little ones, I be killing them joints.
You tell them shit up. Look. That's an addiction right there.
Yeah, I know it's an addiction.
Save some for the kids, Donell.
Look, the kids come through trick or treat. He drop candy in the basket. He like, hold up. Is that a payday in that mug? Let's get another one in. Oh man, they're flying in. We're just gonna take a few, man. We don't hold too much of his time. Let's see. Moshacho Jimenez said, would you be willing to have an IG Live mini concert?
You know what, to be honest with you, I'm not really interested in it. I wanna be in front of my fans. I wanna touch hands. I wanna feel the energy of the crowd. That's how I like to do it. I'm not really into the internet shows. I'm really not, to be honest with you.
I know disrespect to the artist that's doing it, but I wouldn't.
Yeah, it's not my thing, man. I don't want to shoot my shot on the internet. I want to be in front of my fans and touch them. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I am.
Okay. Ladies, let's do that one. My fiance, aka Eric _ at Eric Kane _ said the ladies want to know what hobbies do you have?
My hobby right now is, I don't even know if it's a hobby, but I love to work out, man. I love beating my body up, man, because it kills all the stress in me. You know what I'm saying? I used to play video games, man, but I'm not really interested in video games anymore. You know, I really don't watch a lot of TV. And my hobby really is making music. You know, those are the two things that I really love to do, and I just really enjoy it. You know, keeps my mind occupied.
Got you. That's an answer. Very well said. Let's see what we got. Somebody asked about a verse with you and Jim. That's crazy. We talked about that. Oh, that's a good one. Who's your favorite R&B? Let's do that. People crazy. People crazy, man. You got some crazy fans, bro. T.S. R.H.O.N.D. Rhodes. 85 said, who's your favorite female R&B artist?
My favorite female R&B artist is Mary J. Blige. Love her. I mean, when she came out with that, what's the 411? It changed the game. I mean, just her groove, her style, everything about her is dope. She's the queen of R&B hip hop, man. You know what I'm saying? And when I came out, that's what our goal was, to be the male version of what she did.
Gotcha. Mary's the queen. Before we get to the next question, we probably take like two more. Who's your greatest inspirations?
Musically?
Musically, yeah.
Oh, that would be Stevie Wonder and Michael Jackson, man. And Michael Jackson a little bit more than Stevie Wonder, man. When I grew up, man, I used to sing. My favorite song from him was "Lady of My Life," and I used to sing that record and try to sound just like him, man. And I mean, Mike. It was always Mike for me, man. Always from the beginning, it was Mike for me. Like when he got on that damn stage, man, and had that glove on, man. I mean, it was always Mike, man. Always Mike, man. And the type of songs he used to sing. So Michael Jackson and Stevie Wonder, definitely, man.
Definitely. Two greats. Two kings. Great people to mention. Who else we got? Select one. Come on. Select one. We'll do that one last. We'll do this one last. Select one.
Hold on. I'm trying to pick something fun.
It's a lot. The select one.
Okay. All right.
My brother don't got all day now.
Nah, you good, man. We good.
We good. Keeping me here long enough, man.
Nah, you good, man.
Once again, thank everyone for tuning in while she selects a question. Get that in there. Amani Love 1111 said, how do you stay grounded? Do you meditate?
I do. I do meditate on a regular basis. That's probably another one of my hobbies, man. I love going inside, man, and you know what? It quiets my mind. Not only that, man. I mean, the energy that I get from meditation. I remember back in the days, man, I was going through a lot of stuff, man, and I had asked a question online about what I could do to kind of like clear my head, because I was going through a lot of just noise, man, a lot of noise. And somebody said, man, have you ever tried meditation? And I started studying it, man, the first time I ever tried to meditate, I had the worst headache ever in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, because my mind didn't want me to meditate. You know what I'm saying? But the more and more I did it, the more and more I kept doing it, trying it, I became more, more in depth with it. And now, man, it's a staple. I have to do it, you know.
I'm gonna tell people, listen, it's a key life.
Yes, it is.
I'll tell you something, it's so easy for anyone to do. At first, you feel like, It may feel a little weird to you. It may feel a little off to you. You may be a little uncomfortable with them, but I'm telling you, it's like a key to life.
It is.
Especially current day. Like, I had fell off with it at one point.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm good. I don't need meditation. And sometimes things will slap you in the face. And, you know, I'll meditate 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. You know, my fiance be in the room sleep. And I'll put on the app and meditate. And, you know, I got the meditation app. And it really helps. You know, health is wealth for sure. And
it is.
Meditation is key. It's key to whatever you're going through to help really help you stay grounded for sure.
It is.
As well, like Donell working out, he went, you know, I'm not wet, but when he working out, that's another way to
it's another
stay
form of meditation
as well.
Yeah.
Money.
Yep.
It's another way to stay grounded as well. Okay. Okay, it's all good though. Billy C _ high five said, "Can we get you and Sheldon Goody on another joint?"
Oh, that's my man, yo. That's my guy, man. You know, we'll definitely work together on my next project. But I got a guitar player, man, by the name of Charles FloWay, man. That this boy is incredible, man. I mean, I shouldn't call him a boy. This man is incredible. I'm talking about. And let me say this: no two guitar players play the same. They all play different. You know what I'm saying? So I can work with Sheldon, and I can work with my guy Charles FloWay. But Charles FloWay has been working with me for the last my last 4 or 5 albums since Journey of a Gemini, and he lives here in Atlanta, man, and we work very close together. And but I would definitely work with Sheldon again. I mean, like, we're good friends. And I really appreciated what he brought to the table. So yes, we will work together again, definitely.
There you go. You got the answer right there. My executive producer, shout out another question. Yeah, your question's so long, you can't even see it all. How do you feel about today's world with everything going on? Yes, definitely Nigeria, and black people. What is
Black
that?
Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
And police brutality, and how we need to make our vote count November 3rd.
Okay. So how do you feel about today's world with everything that's going on? Nigeria, Black Lives Matter, police brutality. Pretty much, it's like a gumbo. It's a lot going on.
All right.
It's a lot going on, but, you know, just how do you feel about everything that's going on, man, with our culture and our people?
I feel like, especially our people, I feel like, you know, we've been taken for a ride for a long time. You know what I'm saying? And it's really time for us to wake up. I think, you know, a lot of times, you know, we can blame a lot of other cultures, and we really can blame them, but we also have to take a step back and look at ourselves and understand that we hold the key. You know what I'm saying? We got to stop letting a lot of us control us. And when I say that, I mean influence us. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people that's at the top, that, you know, they influencing us to do things that we shouldn't be doing. You know, I really hope that we can learn from each other, but in a positive way, you know, not in a negative way. What's going on with the world today, I really feel is just a backlash of what's been happening for years and years and centuries, that now the world, we're waking up. We're starting to understand who we are as a people. And we need to come out of this bondage that we've been in and wake up and understand that, man, we are serious, man. We are serious people. You know what I'm saying? Like, we are the ones that we came first. So we have to understand that and treat ourselves and treat our bodies like temples. You know what I'm saying? We're kings and queens, and we need to understand that we are the only ones, man, that can reach a certain level. But we can't get there if we are constantly in a negative thought, in a negative way, in a negative light, put negative things in our body. We are positive people. So we have to think positive. We have to do positive things. And look, only we can do it. You know what I'm saying? Only we can do it. So we can't blame other people for we can blame them for our past. But we moving into a whole new dimension. And we have to understand that it's going to take to be into the now. Not think about yesterday or what happened yesterday. We got to think about now, because you can't escape now.
No more questions, people. No more questions. Very well said, my brother. Very well said. I think everyone needs to hear that. I think everyone definitely needed to hear that, man.
Appreciate you, man.
Salute King. That's definitely a word, man. I need to hear that. Let's take this one more. We're gonna let Donell get out of here.
Sure.
Okay, you select that one? That's cool. All right, cool. View My Pretty said, can you sing a little something for us?
All right. Well, I did that at the beginning of the show, but
he did when we came on. He was doing Love Like This. Can you give us a little bit of a classic?
I'm gonna do. All right, let me see. Well, I do the one I always do when it's like this. Sitting at the light, she pulled up on my right. Looking in the mirror, making sure her shit was tight. I know she felt me watching, but was scared to look my way. I know she wanted to look, but I think I got her shoe. Under pressure, don't know what to do. She's got two cuties with her, and I got my peoples too. She put it in one, stepped on the gun, and maybe you looked inside, gave me a smile, then she blew. What am I gonna do? Yeah.
Yeah.
Appreciate y'all, man. Love y'all.
You better go play the damn record if you want to.
Yeah, look, I love y'all.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You better go play that joint, man. I had somebody on here that's been asking for that joint like the whole night, and it comes. It's crazy that you did that. I'm like, it's crazy that you did that. So I'm pretty sure she's happy. Once again, man, King, thank you for so much. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for so much. Every time I hit you up, man, actually do something. You're always down with it. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. 100% free.
Yes.
We'll be out sometime in
December. Yes.
We probably gonna get a single or two within the next couple of weeks.
Yes.
So y'all stay tuned for that. Y'all make sure to follow Donell Jones, everything that he's doing. He's the godfather of R&B. He's been in the business for so long. If you stay humble, you stay grounded, you grew, and I listen to you all the time. You know what I'm saying? No matter what I'm going through a breakup, I listen to you. I'm in a happy space in my life right now. I listen to you. So you definitely got the tunes that the dudes can listen to. I watched a little bit of you and Fat Man Scoop.
Okay.
And I was dying laughing because I remember Fat Man Scoop was like, yo, he was in the car.
Right.
He's playing Where I Want to Be, and it's raining outside, and he's singing that joint. So man, you definitely got those timeless records, man. For sure, man. So definitely want to give you your flowers.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you.
My sister, same old chaser. I love you, Mr. Jones. All right, definitely salute to everyone in the building. 100% free. Will be free on what's Donell Jones.
DonellJonesMusic.com. I'm gonna spell that for y'all because some of y'all be putting two N's in my name, and that ain't how you spell it. It's DONELL Jones. It ain't two N's in my Donell.
Don't be effing it up, man.
So yeah, it's one N.
Don't be effing it up, man.
Right.
Definitely DonellJonesMusic.com. You'll be able to get that album 100% free. It's gonna be 7 solid songs. You already know what he's gonna bring you, and then you're gonna be following up after that. While they support the album, definitely. People ask for the music, support it. You'll be following up after that with Elevate, right?
Elevate, yep.
Elevate. So definitely, y'all stay tuned for that. If you miss any part of this conversation, you could check it out on IGTV right after the live. It'll be on YouTube shortly. Shout out to Kenya, your publicist. She's a
man. Beautiful woman, man. Beautiful woman, man. Love her to death. She's been working me, man. So I really appreciate her, man, and much love to my baby girl, Kenya, out there. For sure.
Definitely. Salute, King. Salute to you. God bless you and your family. Tomorrow night, people, I got you tuned in. Tamika Scott from the legendary group Escape will be on the show. Same time, 8 p.m. And then I have my artist, Dejari. She will be performing her new single, Alone. Saturday, I got Leon. He go by Leon. Everybody. I just found out that his name was Leon Robinson.
Oh, wow.
I just found that out because he go by Leon and everything.
Right.
From the Temptations, the 5 Heartbeats, Waiting to Exhale.
Wow. Okay.
I'll have him on Saturday.
I'll be watching that.
Definitely, man. Definitely tune in if you can, King. Definitely salute to you. God bless everyone. Y'all make sure y'all stay tuned for everything that's coming up. All right. Peace, King,
Peace
man.
out, man.
God bless you, man. Thank you once again. You have a good night.
All right, brother.
Yes. Everyone, thank y'all for tuning into the FloWay show. Once again, shout out to Bel Air. You know the vibe is Bamboo. My executive producer, my fiance Tracy, aka Erica Kane. Shout out to Bel Air. Shout out to Bamboo once again. Shout out to my beautifulbeautysupply.com for all your beauty and cosmetic needs. You can go there, affordable prices. Bob Black, Mo Exact. What up, cuzzo? Respect to everyone in the building on the check-in. Definitely. Okay. Oh, wait. Did I just say that? Don't forget to hit the follow button. Definitely follow button. Share alive. Let everyone know about the FloWay show. Tomorrow we live again. Same time, 8 p.m. right here with Tamika Scott of Escape. So that should definitely be a dope conversation as well. Tay, it will be available on IGTV right after the live and on YouTube shortly. Once again, everyone have a good night. God bless you all. Peace.